Hi, I'm Adam Syed. I am a Suzuki violin instructor based in Seattle, Washington. Today I would like to discuss expression and phrasing in Bocherrini Minuet. Okay? So when we have trills in this particular time period of musical history, this is the classical era, the same era as Mozart and Beethoven, late 1700s, very early 1800s. And in that time period in history, in those years, trills typically start on the upper note. So when we have a trill in Boccherini's day, it's not going to be, it's going to be starting on the upper note. And then later on, so that's the first point that I want to make in this video, that the trills start on the upper note. The next point that I want to make is that phrases of music in this period taper off in dynamic. In other words, they get quieter in dynamic as they end. So for example, when we have this phrase ending, it's yadam, strong, weak, or maybe the word weak isn't good. Light, strong, light. Okay, I've been teaching for many years now, and I've heard so many students go, which stylistically is totally inappropriate, and it really just doesn't sound that great to the audience. It just kind of doesn't really sound like that's the correct musical story that we're trying to tell. Okay, and as I tell my students, there will be plenty of pieces later on down the road where you will get to whip or whack the last note, okay? So that is true here, and it's true here. But also, in the trio, it's also true when we have a phrase that ends, or, let's see here. So right there, we don't want to go, no, we want to go. Now, let's talk about the dynamics, the crescendo, in the trio. Notice how I'm starting quietly, and I'm starting roughly in lane 4, but as I crescendo, I'll move over to lane 3 so I can play louder. And I am gradually expanding. I'm starting in the middle of the bow and kind of going into the upper half. But I'm going to start expanding the bow by the time I get to this loudest note. I'm kind of down here. Okay? Okay, so these are the kinds of dynamics that are marked on the page that you really have to pay attention to, okay? This is what makes the story of the music interesting and not just a shopping list of note after note after note after note. Okay, so best of luck with learning this piece. It's a very beautiful piece and a very fun one to play on recitals. And best of luck with that, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.